Hi everyone. Today I come with another video about immunology, and this is the B lymphocytes. Okay, and before going to this topic, I want to say that I have already uploaded many videos related to immunology, so you check out that one. And obviously, I say thank you to all of you who have already subscribed my channel. Okay, so today's topic actually B lymphocyte. This B lymphocyte generally comes from the cells. There are many cells that are present in the or that functions in the immune system. So these cell types generally are the lymphocytes, antigen presenting cells and effector cells. Okay, under lymphocytes there are two lymphocytes. One is the B lymphocyte, another is the T lymphocyte. So first we will learn about the B lymphocyte. So generally it derives its name from B lymphocytes generally derives its name from its site of maturation, that is the bursar of Fabricius in Mars. Okay, the actual area or actual location of the B lymphocyte in Mars, that is the bursar of Fabricius. Okay, and here the B lymphocytes are matured. Okay, so this term actually used for naming the B lymphocytes. But in mammals, generally these are matured in the bone marrows. Okay, these are matured in the bone marrow. So obviously, bone marrow has a functional, important role. Obviously, an important role for the production or maturation for the maturation site of the B lymphocytes. Okay, and these B lymphocytes have many membrane bound molecules. Okay, many membrane bound molecules. These molecules actually serve as the receptors for the antigen. So what I am saying here, that B lymphocytes have many membrane bound molecules and that serve as the receptors for the antigen. Okay, and obviously each molecule has identical binding site. Clear? That means each molecule is separated from the another molecule. And these are the membrane bound molecules. One is the MHC2 complex, second one is the CR1 and CR2 compound, third one CD32, D is the CD40 and CD45. So the four types of membrane bound molecules are there in the B lymphocyte cells. And these membrane bound molecules actually serve as the receptor for binding with the antigen. When MHC2 complex is the membrane bound molecule, then B cell acts like the APC or antigen presenting cells. And CR1 and CR2, these are the molecules when this functions in the complement system. Okay, this functions in the complement system. Next one, CD32. These receptors for the FC region of IgG. And next one, CD40 and CD45. This involved in the signal transduction. So these are the membrane bound molecules of the B lymphocytes. Next part, what is saying that appropriate interaction between membrane bound antibody on a native B cell together with T cell and macrophage interaction induces the clonal selection of B cells. Okay, clonal selection of B cells. What is saying that the interaction between, okay, one second. Sorry, I was just checking, there is some, I think one word is not written. So that's why I'm checking that part. Appropriate interaction between antigen and membrane bound antibody on a native B cell together with T cell and macrophage interaction induces the clonal selection. That means what is saying that what type of interaction is seen with the antigen and membrane bound antibody of the B cell that help to bind with the T cell for the next function or for the degradation of the antigen. Is it clear? Again I repeat, actual interaction or binding of antigen and membrane bound antibody on a B cell together which that is recognized, or the binding of antigen and binding of antibody that is recognized by the T cell to bind with this for the degradation of the antigen. Okay, is it clear? Next, generally B cells proliferate to produce two types of cells. One is the plasma cells and another is the memory cells. Generally, plasma cells, these are only cell type that capable of producing the antibodies. So, the central cellular component of the humoral immune response. That means these are the cells that are capable of production, that is the producing the antibody, or these are the actual cell for the production of the antibodies. That's why the humoral immune response is possible for this B cell or B lymphocytes. Clear? Another cell, that is the memory cell. What is the function of this memory cell? Actually, this try to remain the impression of the antigens, okay, within the immune system for the further attack of the foreign particles or further attack of the antigens of the foreign particles. Then the B cell try to degrade or destroy that antigen. Clear? So here the two cells two types of cells are produced from the B cell. One is the plasma and another is the memory. Plasma cells function is what? Production of antibody is done by the plasma cells, by which the humoral immune response is possible. Okay, and the second thing is the memory cell. Its function is to restore or to try to remain the restore, I think the proper word, restore the impressions of the antigens within the immune system for the further attack of this type of antigens and destruction of these antigens and for the protection of the body. Clear? So these are the features of the B lymphocytes. Next we will learn about the T lymphocytes. Okay, so now we will learn about the T lymphocytes. Okay, so T lymphocytes generally derived from thymus. Okay, and that's why the T lymphocytes are named according to their they are derived from which place. Okay, their name, the T lymphocytes are given, and here the membrane bound molecules are T cell receptors and CD8, CD4, CD2, CD3, CD45R and CD28. Okay, and generally T cell receptors, they can recognize any antigen when the antigen remain bound with the MHC molecule. CD8 that present on the T cytotoxic cells or the TC cells. Okay, binding site is present, and this can recognize, or the antigen that only can bind with the CD8 site only when they are remained in attached with the MHC1 complex. Similar thing happening here in case of CD4. The antigen is, and it is obviously in the T helper cell, binding site of the T helper cell, and here the CD4 is they can recognize, or the antigen when remain attached with the MHC2 complex, then it can bind with the CD4 site. Okay, and this CD2, CD3, CD45R, these are generally help in the signal transduction. Okay, these are the membrane bound molecules for the signal transduction process. And CD28, this is the membrane bound molecule obviously, and here the receptor that is present, or these are the co-stimulatory element, B element, okay, co-stimulatory B element of APC, okay. So CD28, the membrane bound molecule, or here the receptor is obviously co-stimulatory B element of antigen presenting cells. And the TC cell generally arise the immune system, which one? The cell mediated immune system, okay. Cell mediated immune system is totally done by the T lymphocytes, clear? So generally two type of immune systems, or you can say that the activity of the immune system. One is the cell mediated immune system, and that is the humoral response. So humoral response is done by the B lymphocyte, but cell mediated immune response is done by the T lymphocytes. But there is a problem. What is the problem? T cell cannot recognize any antigen without MHC1 or MHC2 complex. So this immune response is possible if their major histocompatibility complex 1 or major histocompatibility complex 2 present with the antigen, okay. So in that situation, in both the situation, one case the T cytotoxics become active, and in another case the T helper cell that becomes active, okay. So another type of T cells are there, that is called the suppressor T cells, okay, suppressor T cells. These are actually, what is the role of these TS cells? These suppress the both kinds of immune responses, okay. Its function is that it helps to suppress the both kinds of immune responses, clear? So today just in the about the cells related to the immune system, we just learned here only about two type of cells under the lymphocytes. One is the B lymphocytes and another is the T lymphocytes, clear? So in my next video I will explain another type of cells that are engaged for the immune system. So thank you.